Welcome to Forward High School Weekly. I'm your host, Deion. We're going to recap last week's Forward Games of the Week, but we'll also have my takeaways. First, though, let's go ahead and get together with a couple of Broken Arrow Tigers. We'll meet junior cornerback / running back Maurion Horn. But first, let's go ahead and start with the senior running back Sanchez Banks. Man, we got a treat for you guys. Here on Forward High School Weekly, we're sitting with my man Sanchez Banks, Money in the Bank Sanchez, you know what I'm saying? How's it going, my man?
I forgot about that name right there. Get that in a minute.
Man, so how's it feeling? You haven't played football in a while. Tell me about it.
I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful. It's very stressful because I want to do this for a living. So, when I can't do it, I try to focus on, school and my family, my mom and them. I like that's all I really do is just hang out with them.
Yeah, so that's how you're keeping yourself busy as far as, not being able to play on the field. Speaking of school, what is it like going to school in this day and age of COVID in 2020?
It'd be hot. Like with the mask on, oh my God. It'd be hard to breathe. And you don't want to pull it down because if you pull it down, you got to sit out. And it's just but everybody's doing their part, keeping their mask on and all that. And
so as far as, so tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your favorite class in school?
my favorite class is finance.
Really?
That's what I want to major in college.
Okay, that's what I got my degree in, finance and a minor in accounting.
Because I want to do that, and then also because I'm trying to own my own business, I want to be an interior designer for houses.
Really? So what got you into that?
Honestly, because my mom, she doesn't do that. She's decorate the house a lot. I've always just watched her do that. So, and it's just I've been dreaming of my dream house, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and I want to build my own house just like my mom does.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right. So as far as putting the house together, you got to put down the foundation. It's brick by brick. So tell me about this team right here, BA and the Tigers. Tell me about the team and everybody that comes with it, and how y'all are putting together a season that hopefully ends with the gold ball.
Honestly, this team right here, I feel like we're more connected than any other team that I played for. And that's just because of the whole quarantine situation. Because we didn't play for a while, we had to actually have a faster bond than normal. Because normally we have all summer to do that. And I feel like since then, we've had to kind of rush things, and we had to rush to get to know each other. And then after that, I feel like after the first game, I feel like that's when we really got together and felt like brothers, honestly.
So as far as you guys coming together and you being a team that's different from last year and just going to be different from what's going on this present BA team, what sets you guys apart from everybody in the state, and what's going to be the reason that y'all succeed this year?
The reason that we succeed this year is because we never give up. Because even in the Washoe game, we could have gave up and we couldn't have scored at all, but we didn't give up and we ended up scoring. And hey, everybody was like, but y'all got blown out. But at the same time, we still tried our best. We had some mistakes. Everybody has mistakes every now and then. But at the same time, we still didn't give up. And I feel like that's what is different from any other team that we play.
Speaking of different and playing games and whatnot, 2 weeks y'all been sidelined with everything going on. Up this week, y'all got jinxed. So how do you feel about that? How's the preparation going, and how do you feel about finally getting on the field on Friday?
Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be like the first game because everybody has the anger from the game being canceled, and then realizing that Gene's game got canceled too, so they're on the same boat. It's just we know that they're gonna be angry, and that they're gonna try to be ready. So we gotta be ready too. And it's just the fire that we have inside is something different, just because I feel like we want it more than anybody else.
Yeah. So use that nervous energy and turn it into some positive.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about you and your boy, Mr. Horn back there with that dynamic duo, that 1-2 punch.
Ooh.
What? Tell the people how that came about and what's it about.
Honestly, it really came out of nowhere for me and him. We knew that each other were gonna be running backs, but we didn't know how it was gonna go. And so once during the first game, I'm like, oh, like we actually nice.
Yeah.
Like me and him was cool. And so after that, I've been saying me and him is dynamic duo. I'm from honestly, we have the best dynamic duo in Oklahoma, honestly.
So as far as running the ball, when it comes to the two back there, y'all think y'all the best in the state?
Of course, no doubt about that.
All right. Well, I'm sure Jinx is going to put y'all to the test this week.
We'll see.
So what are you saying is we'll be ready?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, Mr. Banks is a pretty good ball player. Hey, but right on his heels though, Maurion Horn. We'll talk to him next. Saturday afternoon on the Ford Game of the Week, it's Edmond Santa Fe at Westmore. Join Steve Marshall and me at 1 p.m. on YurView Channel 3. That's right, Edmond Santa Fe and Westmore Saturday at 1 o'clock on YurView Channel 3. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. Junior Maurion Horn is playing offense and defense for Broken Arrow. That's a full-time job. I know it's been a while since you and your teammates over there, the Tigers, y'all touched the football field on a Friday night. How's everything going with the pandemic and playing football in 2020 with the COVID?
It's been good. We had a game canceled, so we haven't really played in about 2 weeks, but we get to get back on the field this Friday, and that should be very good. That feel very good for us and the whole team.
So what comes in with not playing on a week-to-week basis? Like, how has their coaching staff changed things up for y'all? What are some of the things that y'all are doing different that we wouldn't know about?
The thing about not playing is that you're not going to get the conditioning you're going to get in the game. And we just been coming in on Fridays running like it's a game and getting used to coming in on Saturdays and that early morning and getting the soreness out.
Man, all that running and no game time ain't really fun, is it?
Man, it's nothing. It's not.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So getting back to your background a little bit, I know that if you look at all the recruiting sites and everything on Maurion Horn, they say you're an athlete. Some people have you as a cornerback, some people have you as a running back. You set the record straight right now. What position do you prefer? What position do you like? And tell us why.
I like every position I done played. I would like to be labeled as an athlete, but overall, I like both. I like corner and running back. It's just two positions I just grew up playing and fell in love with.
So what's the reason you like running back, and what's the reason you like playing corner?
Corner, I just like to hit, catch interceptions, and that running back, it's really scoring touchdowns that's fun, but it could be anything, setting the block for a game-winning touchdown or anything.
So which one do you think you're going to play at the next level?
I honestly just gonna go out to see whatever position that coach would like me to play at, or to where I can help the team out at.
I feel you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Speaking of the next level, man, I've been checking you out on Twitter. Every other week, I see a new school done offered Mr. Horn. They got the jersey name on the back and everything. So, what's them offers looking like? Who's looking at you really hard right now?
Really, it's a handful of them. It's a lot of teams. It's just I'll be trying to focus on really the season with the football team. I don't really like to get into it too much.
I feel you. Eye on the prize, looking for that gold ball. I hear you.
Yes, sir.
But I saw you got one from Oregon here recently. I mean, That was a lot of people have been surprised how much Oregon is looking at the state of Oklahoma. I think the tight end from Mustang Dollar, he got offered by Oregon, and I know one of your former teammates, Slusher, was offered by Oregon in the past. What do you know what's up with that?
I think they just coming to see that Oklahoma has some talented kids. That's all that is.
I feel you. I feel you. So I mean, you're finally gonna get back onto the turf this Friday. How do you feel about that? And what are you looking forward to with that matchup against Jinx?
I'm excited. It's gonna be a hard fought game, but I expect nothing less than a W at the end of it.
But I mean, as far as the game on Friday and everything going on and recruiting, and man, how are you feeling with everything going on in this football season?
COVID wise, I'm not messing with with everything that's going on with that. Otherwise than that, everything's been going smooth and great. You know, the team been doing what they need to do in order for the football team to keep playing, and we just got to keep it going so we can have more games in the future.
Speaking of games, man, you opened the season off on ESPN, 190 yards rushing, great performance by you. So, what did you do in the offseason that kind of got you ready for this upcoming season that kind of put you on the map, especially with that game?
This offseason, I had to get into running back more. Used to playing at corner, so this offseason I came in, I had to put in more work at running back, and that really just summed up all into that game.
Well, man, it was a really great game, and I'm sure a lot of people were happy that you put on that performance. So, I mean, as far as your athletic career and everything going the way it's going, is there any goals that you have set that you're looking to reach going into at the end of this year, and I mean your career as a whole?
Well, obviously, if we get to play this season, my number one goal is to win a state championship, and the other goals that can all come next to that. Of course, we want to break rushing touchdowns. We want to do all of that, but the number one goal is to win a state championship.
You can expect a lot from that dynamic duo of Maurion Horn and Sanchez Banks tonight against Jinx. Speaking of which, the fourth game of the week is Broken Arrow at Jinx. Game time is at 7:30 p.m. Join Mike Zingenhorn and Rod Thompson for BA and Jinx on the fourth game of the week. YurView, Channel 3. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. Last week, Choctaw and Booker T. Washington met in Tulsa for a battle that wouldn't be decided until the last minutes of the fourth quarter.
26-22, the final score. Booker T players thanking their fans for coming out on this Friday night, supporting them on district play. Choctaw, though, with the big win tonight. We're going to wrap this one up. Mike Zingenhorn, Rod Thompson. Rod, 4 weeks in, probably our best game of the first 4 that we've done, and came down to the wire.
Yeah, definitely. You could put it at an instant classic, Zig. Outstanding game. 2 good teams. We said well coached coming in. Kind of a heavyweight fight, back and forth. But Choctaw able to pull it out. We talked about the play of Desean Brown on the defensive side of the ball. Also at that quarterback position for Choctaw was also good. So an impressive win for Choctaw to come away with. 2 good teams. I think that you have to circle and look at them. First game of district play. These teams could be a problem come playoff time, when playoffs start up. 2 very good teams. Both will learn from this game, but an outstanding game here on YurView, Zig.
All right, let's check out some of the highlights in this game tonight. And, man, it was back and forth all night long. A lot of penalties in this one, but Booker T going to strike first.
Yeah, went to Mr. Teague up top, Jalen Teague. And, boy, an outstanding catch, able just right over the shoulder, able to catch it from Mr. Boone, who had an outstanding game also. Take another look right here and just going to reach over and throw it in the bread basket, Mr. Boone. And Teague able to run it in for the Hornets to get him on the board early. And also was impressive at that quarterback position, and he was getting it downfield early. And you see it going up, going to be an interception right here. Now watch, coming back right here after the interception, boom, the hit coming up right here, the turnover, and Choctaw able to come away with it, dodged the bullet right there, and able to come away with the football. Then they take advantage. Mr. Ray comes back. Watch him cut back, get Choctaw on the board. Ray had a big game also for Choctaw. Wasn't done yet. Then this guy, Mr. Davis, was trying to get in. The defense of the Hornets wouldn't allow it. Number 32 coming away with the tackle that time, Isaac Covington for the Hornets. Wasn't done yet. This nice play. Wassel to Ray. Back to Ray, and look at him. High step right into the end zone. Got some outstanding blocks to get that touchdown. The goal excellence. Choctaw getting it done. And Ray got into the end zone again. Big time play right here. Ball was loose, and this gave Choctaw great field position. We figured they were going to score right here after the bobbled punt. And that's that man Wilder able to come away with it, but this one right here, boom, was big. Player of the game, Desean Brown, getting it done, blocking the punt and getting the touchdown. Great athleticism to do that. Of course, our player of the game, outstanding play. Hornets trying to come back, and they would. Mr. Curl able to get it in, driving down the field. Impressive drive by him, Boone, and company. Curl able to get it in for the Hornets for that touchdown. Then they're going to come back, and then the play right here. The turnover by the Hornets. And there's that man again, Desean Brown, sealing the deal for this Choctaw team. And Choctaw coming in, the gold standard, getting the win 26-22 over Booker T. Washington, their first year in this district. Look like we may have a little rivalry going on, Zig.
I'll have more to say about Desean Brown a little later. Meanwhile, in Oklahoma City, Steve Marshall and I were on the call as Edmond North and Putnam City got it on.
We had plenty of highlights in this game here this evening, even though there was only 3 touchdowns in this contest. The way to open up district play, you want to get off on the right foot. The Pirates did that tonight, Deion.
Yeah, they certainly did. I mean, and they did it on the defensive side of things. Turnovers, making plays, tackles for losses. Hey, this defense was ready to play today, and they showed exactly how and exactly why.
Take a look at the highlights here, and first of all, it's on defense.
Yeah, it certainly is. Cedric Young making the big pick out of the sky. Number 11 doing a good job getting in the passing lane as a linebacker, bailing out and making a nice grab. And then you see Seth Wisby on the offense end. Man, taking it to the outside. You saw that option play all night. And watch this, a little back out of the backfield. Find him in the back pylon. Touchdown, number 3. Hey, he didn't get the 3 touchdowns that he's used to, but he got that one, so the streak continues. And right here, you see the big hit from our player of the game, Cedric Young. Man, it's beautiful to see guys still making plays on defense and still making big hits. And that turnover in the red zone was very costly, and you can see it again. A nice form tackle. Gets the guy on the ground, even the ball comes out. That's a big-time hit by him. And watch how they capitalize. The next play, Hayes Jr. takes it into the end zone and makes it a 14-0 game. And at that point, we thought we were going to see a lot of points being scored by this Putnam City crew. But it waited till the 4th quarter until we see more points being put on the ball. And you see Edmond North get into the end zone. They make it interesting at the end, but it's not enough to beat the Pirates.
All the numbers pretty well even for both teams except that last one, turnovers. Edmond North had 5 turnovers in the contest, Putnam City just 2, differential of 3. That's a huge advantage for the Putnam City Pirates as they improve their record to 3-1, most importantly 1-0 in district play as Edmond North loses their district opener here this evening. Once again, our final score 14-7.
It's great when we have games that go down to the wire. What do we take away from last week? Find out next on Ford High School Weekly. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. Tonight on the Ford Game of the Week, it's Broken Arrow at Jinx on Channel 3. Game time for that one is 7:30. Then on Saturday, check out Edmond Santa Fe and Westmore at 1 o'clock. Join Steve Marshall and me at 1 o'clock Saturday on YurView Channel 3. Interceptions, fumbles, giveaways, takeaways. When you lose the ball, it's terrible. When you get a turnover, it's wonderful. My takeaway number 1, be young at heart.
Barnes drops the throw. Over the middle, intercepted. Taken away there by number 11, Cedric Young.
Putnam City's Cedric Young had 3 big takeaways against Edmond North.
This time,
2 of them were interceptions, and the one that I really liked was the nice interception in the first quarter that set up PC's first touchdown of the game.
Hawkins with Wisby in the backfield. It's 4th and goal from the 2. Hawkins wanted to throw it back towards Wisby, who's wide open for the touchdown.
I saw it the whole way, Steve. I saw it the whole way.
The second that I really liked was the big hit he laid on Edmond North's quarterback to cause fumble.
Barnes wanting to run, and he is driven back. Hit hard.
PC recovered and scored on the next play. It's nice to be young.
Man, that's the way you turn turnover into points, and you do it very quickly.
Takeaway number 2, hey Choctaw, what can Brown do for you? Choctaw's junior defensive end Desean Brown was a force for the Yellow Jackets Friday night.
Boone again, this time the handoff to Ethan Washington, and he is stuffed.
Oh, how about that D? Choctaw coming up big. And there go that man again. We keep talking about number 87, Desean Brown, the junior.
And he came up big in the fourth quarter. With BTW deep in its own end, Desean broke through and blocked the punt, recovered the ball for a touchdown, and gave Choctaw the lead.
That one's blocked and recovered by Choctaw in the end zone for a touchdown.
And how about that man?
There he is again.
There he is again. This young man is putting on a show. Desean Brown, defensive end, the junior, number 87. And I'm saying it right now. You see his size, his speed, and his athleticism. He's been all over the field tonight and coming up with big play after big play.
Then late, when Booker T needed a field goal to tie the game, Aaron McCaffrey forced a fumble, and Desean Brown was there to fall on it. And still, the Yellow Jackets win.
And who recovered that?
87.
How about that man?
Choctaw, that's what Brown can do for you. Now be sure to check out YurView.com/OK for replays and highlights. And remember guys, only the best in Oklahoma make it to Ford High School Weekly. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Deion Amade.